Hello students, today we discuss about simplex method. In linear programming problem, in previous lecture we discuss graphical method. Now we discuss simplex method, how to solve a linear programming problem using simplex method. So first of all, we have a mathematical model or LPP, linear programming problem, in which an objective function which is maximize z x1 plus 2x2 and subject to constants means restrictions, conditions, inequalities, inequations, we can say any one. So subject to condition, subject to restriction, 2x1 plus x2 less than equal to 18, and second one is x1 plus 3x2 is less than equal to 12, and third one is non-negativity condition, x1 x2 both are greater than equal to 0. That means x1 and x2 never be negative value anytime. So these three content in mathematical model. First one in an objective function, second function is restrictions, set of restrictions, and third one is non-negativity condition. So this is the linear programming problem mathematical model. Now we solve solution through simplex method. First of all, we write the standard form of given LPP. So before starting the standard form, first of all we have to ensure that right hand side of each restriction should be positive, first condition. So we have to check in first restriction these are 18 is positive value. If this is negative, then we multiply both side by minus sign and we convert the right hand side into positive quantity. In second conditions, these are 12, these are positive quantity, so both restrictions right hand side have positive value. Now second we can check the objective function. Objective function should be in maximization form. If minimization form, then we convert into maximization form. Suppose that if this is minimization, then we multiply both side by minus sign, minus z equal to minus x1 plus minus 2x2, and we put minus z is equal to z star, and then we can write this is maximization. Maximization of z star is equal to minus x1 minus 2x2. This is the conditions, second condition before writing the standard form of LPP. So there is no conversion, we have to convert, but there are initially already given in maximization form. So first condition is that the right hand side of each restriction should be positive. Second condition is objective function should be in maximization form. So both conditions satisfy. Now we write the standard form. In standard form, maximization of z x1 plus 2x2 plus 0s1 plus 0s2, 0s1 plus 0s2, s1 s2 here these are slack variable. We say that these are slack variable and both are positive quantity if these are equal to 0 or greater than 0. So subject to condition 2x1 in first restriction, 2x1 plus x2 plus s1, and we say that these are equal to 18. Now we can say that these are equal to 18, not less than equal to. In given condition is less than, now we say that these are equal to 18 because we have to add s1 in left hand side and s1 make it equal to 18. Now these are equation and this is inequations conditions. Now these are equation. So in second inequation, 2x1 plus 3x2 plus s2, second slack variable we introduce in second restriction, and this is equal to 12. If there are any other restrictions given, then we add third slack variable s3 in this, but there are only two restrictions, so we introduce s1 and s2. Both slack variable which are introduced in restrictions with coefficient 1, we both are introduced in objective function with 0 coefficient. You have to remember that in objective function both slack variable are with 0 coefficient, because on objective there is no effect. S1 S2 doesn't affect the objective. So we in adding in objective function with 0 coefficient, and now no negativity condition is x1 x2 s1 s2 all 4 variable. Now these are 4 variable, all 4 variable are greater than or equal to 0. That means these are positive or 0. Now we start the simplex table. In simplex table we have to make these columns. First one is basic variable, second one CB. CB and XB and CJ all are notation. We can notation through any other alphabet, but BV is the basic variable, first column. In basic variable S1 S2, that means S1 or S2. In CB column, coefficient of S1 in objective function is 0, S2 coefficient is 0 in objective function. So CB column filled by coefficient of basic variable coefficients in objective function. XB in XB column, right hand side of each restriction 18 and 12. There are two restrictions, first is 18 and second one is 12. Now coefficient of first restrictions x1 2, x2 1, s1 1, s2 0. There is no s2, so we can write 0 coefficient. Second restriction 2 3 1 0. 12 is the right hand side, 2 is the coefficient of x1 and 3 is the coefficient of x2, and s1 there is no s1, so we can write 0, and s2 coefficient is 1. And above these variable we can write coefficient of objective function. X1 coefficient in objective function is 1. X2 coefficient is 2, so we can write 2. S1 S2 both are 0, so we can write here 0 0. Now these are the simplex table, basic variable CB XB and 4 variable introduced. So x1 x2 s1 s2 are making this column and fill through these coefficients of standard form. Now we start. First of all we have to calculate Z. Z is equal to CB into XB, that means 0 into 12 plus में 0 into 18, that means Z is equal to 0. Now delta J, we define the delta J, these are the delta J. XB, CB 0 and multiply with 2, and 0 is multiplied by 2. So 0 into 2 plus 0 into 2, that means 0, and subtract from 1. 1 minus 0 is 1. Similarly, in next value 0 into 3 plus 0 into 1, adding both value, these are 0, so subtract from 2. So 2 minus 0 is 2. Now third value, similarly 0 into 0, 0 into 1 and subtract from 0, so we get 0. Similarly this third 0 into 1 or 0 into 2, adding these 0, so these are 0 minus 0 is 0. So these are the 1 2 0 0 delta J row. Now we have to select that most positive value in delta J, most positive value in this delta J. So these are 2, most positive 2. So these are the key column. This is the key column. We say that this is the key column. Now we find the minimum ratio. Minimum ratio is XB upon key column, element of key column. So key column element 18 upon 1, this is equal to 18. 12 upon 3, this is equal to 4. This is the minimum ratio, and in this minimum ratio there are minimum is 4. If there is in minimum ratio there is infinity or negative ratio, then we reject them. we cannot take negative or infinity ratio, so we choose only positive. 0 we take, 0 we choose the minimum, but negative and infinity we can't take in minimum ratio. So in both ratios 4 is the minimum, so these are the key row, and 3 is the key element in key column and key row. These are the intersection point, and this is the 3 is the key element. In next table we have to make 3 is 1 and 1 opposite in key element, all variable we make this is 0. Before this, we through key element we have to find that S2 is outgoing variable and X2 is incoming variable in basic variable column. So S1 is as it is S1, and S2 is replaced by X2. These are the basic variable. Now these both are basic variable, and key element we have to make key element is 1. How to make this is 1? We divide whole row divided by 3, then we get 12 by 3 is 4, 2 by 3 is 2 by 3, 3 by 1 3, 1, 0 upon 3 0, and 1 upon 3 is 1 upon 3. So we have to make key element is 1 with dividing 3 by complete row. This is the key row. We can say that this is the key row. In next table, table number 2, we know this is the new row. This is new row. This is new row, and this is old row. This is old row. So in next table, old row minus में new row, old minus new, old minus new. With this condition, we make opposite in key element, we make 0. This element should be 0. So old minus new. So here opposite in key element is 1 and in new row is 1. So we cannot multiply any value, any numerical value in new row. So we direct subtracting from 18 minus 4 is become 14. 2 minus में 2 by 3, and this is 4 by 3. Similarly 1 minus 1 is 0, and 1 minus 0 is 1, or 0 minus 1 upon 3 is minus 1 upon 3. So now we find these row. If any other row in below the key row or above the key row, opposite in key element, we all element we make 0 using old minus new row, old minus new row. If we multiply any numerical value, then only we multiply the new values. We cannot touch the old row as it is, and minus new row, then we make the 0 of opposite in key element. Now in similar fashion, we find the z is equal to 8. How? 2 into 4 8 plus 0 into 12 0, 0 plus 8 is 8. So z is equal to 8. Now delta z, we have find the delta z 2 into 2 by 3 plus 0 into 4 by 3, and adding both these value we can get 0 into 4 by 3 plus 2 into 2 by 3. So we get 4 by 3. This value is 4 by 3, and now we subtract 4 by 3 from 1. We can write in Cj row. So 1 minus में 4 by 3, this is equal to minus 1 upon 3. It become minus 1 upon 3. Similarly, next value 2 into 1 plus 0 into 0, adding both value we get 2, and subtract from this 2. So 2 minus 2, it is also 0. 2 minus 2 is 0. and next value 2 into 0, 0 into 1 and subtract from this 0, then we get 0. Next 2 into 1 upon 3, 0 into this, adding both value we get 2 by 3 and subtract from 0, 0 minus 2 by 3 is 2 by 3. Now we have to see that all delta j here in second table, all delta j are negative or less than 0. That means both all delta j's are less than equal to 0. If this condition is satisfied, delta j's are less than equal to 0. This condition is satisfied, then we get the final simplex table. Now we can write the answer of this LPP. So if there is any positive value in this row, then we make this is the key column, and then we taking minimum ratio, and through this we can find the key row, key column or key row, then we find the key element in next table. We repeat this step up when all delta j are less than equal to 0. Till then delta j are less than equal to 0. If this condition is satisfied, then we stop this procedure and we get find the final simplex table. So the answer of this question is z is equal to 8. In final simplex table there is no x1, so x1 is 0, x2 is 4. These are the answer of this simplex method. So we have any mathematical model of LPP, we can solve this LPP using simplex method. So this is the simplex method. Thank you.